Privilege to have in the studio back again for a return visit, Simsboro FBLA, that is Future Business Leaders of America. Kayden Guidry, our guest. We got an update for you. That's the Beatles and P.S. I Love You, 8:41 time-wise. I am Rick Godley, and we are the new Rue 102. We just fired up the live stream for our guests. So we do live and local radio, and we do live and local or live streaming, which will become archive. And what's really neat, our guest this morning, the Vice President, Simsboro High School, FBLA. FBLA stands for Future Business Leaders of America. And for her return visit here to the studios is Kayden Guidry. Kayden, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great as well. So you're coming back again. Last year you were here, and the FBLA of Simsboro, they did, well, why don't you give us an update? Because last year was the first year, if I recall correctly, for FBLA Simsboro, right?
Yes, sir. It was the first year we've had anyone qualify for our national competition in over 20 years.
And how many? I think 6, right?
Yes, sir.
6. And then you came by the radio stations at the time, Doug Postello on Q94.1, me here and the new Rue 102, to raise money to go to the national convention in Atlanta. And oh, by the way, I appreciate the card. You wrote a really nice card, and I think I have it taped up here on the wall somewhere. Give us an update on what happened in Atlanta.
So when we were in Atlanta, we had all of our competitors compete. Sadly, nobody placed at the national competition, but to us it wasn't really a big deal because there were so many people there, and the fact that we got to go at all was just amazing.
Oh, very much amazing. So the community responded, and oh, by the way, Future Business Leaders of America, FBLA, you do things, and you did things to raise money to go. So the community supported all of those projects. All right, so give us the general notes of what's been going on at Simsboro High School.
So Simsboro FBLA has really been on a roll this year. We doubled in membership overall, completed huge chapter projects that have never been done by Simsboro FBLA. We had multiple students double and even triple qualify in their events, both at the regional and state conferences, and we earned distinguished honors such as second place as a Gold Seal Chapter of Merit.
Wow.
And we will be awarded a banner this summer in recognition of being a Platinum FBLA chapter due to our completion of multiple challenges spread over the 4 quarters of the school year.
So what did you do this past year? Give us a couple of the items that the FBLA has done at Simsboro.
So we completed all 4 of the major FBLA projects: the American Enterprise Project, the Community Service Project, the Local Chapter Annual Business Report, and our partnership with business. We had a ton of different presentations and competitions this year then, and we have just been able to do a lot more. We've done a lot more fundraising. As a chapter, we've been able to do a whole lot more this year.
I know, it's incredible. It's like somebody who gets the inspiration for an FBLA at whatever school, and then boom, the students respond to it. And as you said, you're on a roll this year. You've doubled in membership overall. What was one of your favorite projects to do this past year?
I think my favorite project, other than the community service project that I headed up, would probably be the partnership with business project. It was where we got to partner with a business here in Ruston, Tommy's Teas, to learn like the in and outs of starting and running a respected business. We were able to tour the facility, and we were able to see the process of making shirts from the time a customer contacts the company through every step until the time the finished product gets shipped out or picked up by the customer. So we really appreciated Tommy T's allowing our club to partner with them, and are so excited that this partnership also qualified our chapter in that project for nationals.
So you're taking this back to Atlanta? Is it always in Atlanta?
No, sir. It's in a different place every year.
Where are we going?
We're in Orlando, Florida this year.
Oh, just so happens to be conveniently close to Disney World, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's get to, I want to come back, so obviously you're in the process now to raise some funds to travel to Orlando. When is the convention?
So the national conference is going to be in Orlando from June 25th to July 3rd. We have members competing in the projects and then economics, human resource management, and journalism. We've been working really hard on fundraising and looking for sponsors to help us with our registration, travel, hotel, and other conference expenses. It'll be 8 days, and the cost is roughly $22,000 for our 9 members plus our advisor.
9 members. I want people to pick up on that figure because last year it was 6, and Simsboro has doubled in the FBLA, so 9 members and the advisor to go. So fundraisers that you've had so far and fundraisers that you're planning.
So we've sold a whole bunch of Sonic discount cards for $5 when they're worth $40 in discounts. We sold custom card decals that we designed and cut ourselves in a variety of tiger and initial designs. We've had a game night. We had over 40 people from our community come play bingo in our multi-purpose gym. It was a whole lot of fun, and it went a lot better than we were expecting, really. And then we, of course, had our sponsorships, and we have 4 levels, which is our bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, which is based on the amount donated.
So if folks want to make a contribution, Kayden Mercer, Miss Mercer is the advisor, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it's okay for me to give out her phone number?
Yes, sir.
All right, 318-247-6265, 318-247-6265, Kayden Mercer. My 2 cents of advice, you don't have to take it, but if the game night was overwhelmingly popular, when was that one?
It was last Friday.
Last Friday. Do another one, because maybe you can build. Are you planning on doing another one?
We're trying.
Why are we trying? Because it takes a lot of work, right?
Yes, sir. So we would have to set up everything, food and everything, and then it's the end of the school year, so we've got a ton of school events.
Right. I get for sure, exactly right. All right, refresh my memory. I have a short-term memory loss. The convention, the conference is when? In June?
Yes, sir. It's the last week of June.
So we got a tight window to help raise money for y'all, right?
Yes, sir.
As well as graduate. So you're a senior, and what plans do you have, or what interests you in the next step? I don't want to ask that question. What do you want to be when you grow up? What interests you in the next step?
So right now, I am planning on starting Louisiana Tech in the fall, and then I plan on going to nursing school to be an ER nurse or a travel nurse.
ER nurse. May I ask why? I mean, blood doesn't bother me, needles does. What? That is I salute you for that, but what attracts you to that?
I like the fast pace. There would never be a dull moment,
Right.
and I've watched Grey's Anatomy for a long time, and it piqued my interest.
Kayden Guidry, our guest senior at Simsboro High School, the senior vice president of Simsboro FBLA. And let me pop a picture up here because we're live streaming this. This will become archived. And I had you. Oh, by the way, let me give a lesson here in business leadership. Now we're living in the day and age of 2024. You did reach out to me, by the way. Thank you. You did reach out to me long in advance, which is great. Most times, people when they want help, and they're doing an event, they usually tend to forget the promotional side of it. You did not. What I forgot was, in this day and age where you can reach people through Facebook or Instagram, even the mail, but nobody uses that mail anymore. And I'm like, I know I said a date, but I wasn't sure. And then I went looking for you, and I couldn't find it, but I did happen to ink in on my book, FBLA ? And boom, you showed up. So I failed you on that one. I failed to be, what would you say, you as a future business leader, what did I fail to do? What I was negligent in one of my functions. What would that have been? I didn't write it down? I didn't write it down.
Probably that.
All right. So this is all encouraging news, and I love the second place Gold Seal chapter of merit that you all have done, and kudos to everybody in Simsboro for making this thing happen. And so how long have you been, you've been in it for 2 years or a 3-year member?
I've been in FBLA since I was in the 7th grade.
7th grade.
So this would be my 5th and final year.
All right, so with double membership, back when you were started in 7th grade, how many members were part of the FBLA Simsboro?
Well, I wasn't a Simsboro FBLA member in
Okay.
my 7th grade. I was at Castor High School.
I got you.
And we had, in the 7th grade, we had about, I want to say, 25 of us.
In Castor, but not Simsboro.
No, sir, there is no middle level chapter at Simsboro yet.
At that time. And so, man, this thing is happening real quick. So job well done on that. And the interest of your peers, it's got to be encouraging, right?
Oh, yes, sir, absolutely, because I love FBLA and I love everything that it stands for. So for people to take interest in it and take interest in what they're doing is really encouraging to me.
I keep saying as often as I can, I have faith in the future. I have hope in the future because of the younger generations. I know there's a bum rap going on out there about the kids today. You're being sold a package of goods. There's some great and gold students out there from 7th grade on up and now even moving. So I'm job well done.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. So Caitlin Mercer, Miss Mercer, here's her number. If you want to get involved, it is 318-247-6265, 318-247-6265 to make this happen. Send them off to Orlando, and that will be in June, correct, or July?
June 25th to July 3rd.
The heat of the season, but then again, what do we care? We're going down to where Disney World is, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so any closing thoughts, closing words there, Ms. Caitlin?
Thank you to everybody who supported Simsboro FBLA in the past. It really means a lot to us, and to me especially, because it's an investment not only in our high school career but in our life, because what I learn in FBLA is I'm going to take it to every single future career that I have.
You know, and I'm going to speak for you, but you could always correct me, that I can just sense that you're going to be helping others along the path that you've walked because you see the benefits of it, not only for yourself, but in helping others. Is that a fair assessment on my part?
Yes, sir, I would say it is. It was really cool to be able to help all of our younger FBLA members this year get to where they wanted to go with like the projects and their competitions and everything.
Awesome. All right, well, Caitlin, thank you so. Did I call you Caitlin? Well, I got Caitlin Clark on it. Caitlin Clark's everywhere. Kayden, thank you so much, man. Job well done.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We continue now here at the new Rue 102, Fleetwood Mac and everywhere. It is 8:54. Good morning. Job well done. That is how you do an interview. Man, let me pop this picture up again. That's a cool pic. And I still have that Andy Cross?
Yes, sir.
I got that from him. I bought it. I mean, it was a fundraiser.